Every now and again your phone rings and you get an assignment where you hang up the phone and you're like, oh my God, I have the best job in the world. When Sony called, the assignment kind of went, we've got a new camera coming out, like what do you want to go do with it to put it through its paces? One of the things that always irks me is when camera tests are done in a vacuum. So immediately I thought of just doing a trip around the world and taking this camera into real environments. Over the last couple of years, I've turned my attention more towards cinematography. So I've been spending more time trying to understand motion, learn how to see in motion, and most importantly, shoot in motion. And the A99 is a great tool to explore both still and motion. Unlike a lot of other DSLRs on the market that shoot to highly compressed MPEG-4 codec, the A99 shoots to AVC HD. In addition, you can go HDMI out to an external recorder and shoot uncompressed video, which we did a bit of on this trip. Being able to shoot uncompressed video out opens up a whole new world of possibilities, including green screen. Cinematographers know that it's important to have a low contrast image. With the A99, you can use the creative style settings to basically dial down your contrast, as well as other things. On this entire shoot, we had settings at the beginning where we dialed down the contrast, and it's going to, in post, give us the maximum latitude that you can get out of a DSLR. I've shot with this in 3 countries now, in a huge range of situations, real-world situations, and have not seen a rolling shutter that shoots 60p at 1080. What does that mean? It means you can shoot high-resolution slow-mo images, which is a huge deal because myself, I've fallen in love with slow motion. It inhabits this space that's somewhere between still images and moving images. In addition, because of the translucent mirror, autofocus now for the very first time in the DSLR world will work in motion. It's worrying about the focus, I'm worrying about the composition, which is exactly the way it should be. We've been in 115-degree heat in Death Valley and been with hot, dusty goat herds in the mountains in southern Spain, and we've never had an overheating problem while shooting video. One of the other ways to put a professional camera through its paces is to use it with a wide variety of gear, and we've shot every lens from 16mm to 500mm. We have a Steadicam with us and been shooting a lot of Steadicam stuff. We have sliders with us and jibs and have been doing motion-controlled time lapses. Under all those situations and with all those gear, the camera's been incredibly compatible and cooperative. I love the way that a Steadicam allows a camera to fly through space, and the combination of slow motion and autofocus, which the A99 has, has just opened up new possibilities for shooting DSLRs on Steadicam. Audio is hugely important when you're shooting motion. We've shot live audio on a Steadicam in tiny churches in Iceland. The A99 is the first DSLR in the world that allows you to record professional audio with XLR inputs. Once anyone shoots with the A99 LCD, there's no going back. It pivots and spins and tilts in every single direction. You can put the camera on the ground without having your face in the dirt. You can raise it above your head. You can shoot with it from your waist. You can shoot with it out on the side. You can see it anywhere you put the camera, whether you're shooting stills or motion. The A99 allows you to shoot incredible video very inexpensively. So, if you're a seasoned cinematographer, you'll appreciate a lot of the features that we've talked about. And if you're a still photographer coming into motion for the first time, you'll be able to very easily and quickly adapt to a new way of seeing the world, which I think is the reason most people got into photography in the first place, right? Is to see the world in a certain way. And I can guarantee that when you start to shoot motion, you'll see the world again in a new way.